Hello beautiful souls, welcome to today's video, and this is where we're going to look at some mindful techniques and strategies to combat trouble focusing or stress of the everyday life. Are you ready to figure this out? Here we go. So if you're having trouble focusing, let's focus on focusing for a second. If you're having trouble focusing, then this means that you're multitasking too much. We grew up in this society where we were like patted on the back, or we were given a kudos, or we were told that multitasking meant that you were successful, that's how you got a lot of things done. That's how you were successful and you made money, or whatever the case is. Maybe it was an excuse for being a single parent. Maybe it was just an excuse for your parents to push you into doing more work or more than you could handle as a child, and then you were given a kudos or rewarded for the amount of work that you did. Now, this behavior could have been taken into adulthood, and we may have disguised this ability to multitask as something that was healthy for us. Now, I'm going to stop right now and tell you that it's not healthy at all to multitask. Scientifically, we are just taking our attention and we are switching it very quickly. So if we are playing with our children and we are on our phone, maybe we're doing business, writing an email, then that means that each one of the activities that we are doing, our attention is divided in between those. And I don't even know if it's going to be divided equally, but it's going to be divided in between those 2 or 3 things that we're trying to do at the same time. Now, the feeling of being overwhelmed is coming from the fact that you cannot focus. You have so many things going on, and it's almost like it's been easier to do them in a very robotic way, because maybe we don't have time to think. Maybe we don't have time, if we get up that day and we make a cup of coffee, we make the cup of coffee the same exact way every single day. We have the same routine every single day. And that maybe is a time saver to us. Maybe we use our routines as a time saver to, I made the decision yesterday and it worked out fine, so let's keep doing it. And we kind of take the in the moment out of life. So no wonder that you can't focus and you feel overwhelmed. It's because you really don't have one thing to focus on. You have 100 things to focus on. And what we need to do now is find some techniques for you to try to find your focus. Let's find some techniques and see areas of our life where we can change that in order to have more clarity, more mindfulness in our day-to-day, so that we can feel maybe more connected to the things that we're doing. So this first exercise is a doozy. I'm jumping right in, and I say this because it's really going to be an eye-opener for you. So when you wake up in the morning, normally I feel like people are programmed to say things like, I have to do this today, I have to do this, and this day. I have to get the groceries, I have to make sure the kids get off to school, I have to make the lunches, I have to, whatever it is, I have to. And we forget about the words like I want. We forget about what we want to do versus what we have to do. Like, why are we doing things that we have to do? Why can't we find joy in those things? And if we can't find joy in those things, why are we doing them? Now, I know a lot of things that can be mundane, like paying the bills or taking the kids to the doctors, but you can find joy in that. And if you aren't in a place where you're just kind of like pushing it away, like, I don't want to deal with bills, I don't want to deal with the doctors, and it makes it very stressful, then there's a disconnect and an imbalance in what is important in your life, what your heart is in your life. So here's an example. When I have kind of gotten rid of a lot of the things that I said I have to do. And now I just do things that I want to do. And that includes like doctor's appointments. If for example, we're about to, I don't know when you're going to be watching this, but my family is about to leave this house and we are about to be mobile for however long, I don't know, our entire lives, I'm not sure. And we did one trip to the doctor's where I took all the children at the same time. And I wanted to, because that was for their health. I wanted to kind of get it out of the way so that we don't have to deal with it later on. It was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to do it so that I didn't have to think about it. So there, you can find a place where you want to bring your child. And if you don't want to bring your child to the doctor for whatever reason, you need to ask yourself why. Like, are you doing it just because other people are telling you to do it? There needs to be more analysis to what are the things that I'm doing in my life that I don't want to do. Why am I doing them? Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Am I doing them for me? Am I doing them for other people? And what this what this technique is really going to do on a daily is bring you closer to the things that you really feel passionate about and that you want to do versus the things that you're really doing for other people and the way you're living your life for other people. This last exercise that I'm going to talk about is something that you can do in the morning when you're drinking your coffee, or maybe you can wake up like an extra 10 minutes before anybody wakes up and you just need like 10 minutes to do this. Okay, go find a quiet place, or maybe put some earbuds in and just put some like mellow meditation music, no words, nothing like that. And I want you to sit there and you can sip your coffee, doesn't matter, and you can do one of two things. Okay, I want you to find something in nature to keep your focus on, to look at. If it's a tree, if it's a dot, like if it's a tree but it looks like a dot really far away, and you can stay focused on that, stay focused on it despite any distractions. Try to maintain your focus as long as you can until things go blurry. Let things go blurry, maintain that focus. You can blink, but maintain that focus, okay? Doing this every day is really going to help train your brain to like think of one thing at one time instead of allowing that programming of like multitasking, okay? Now the second focus technique that I want to share with you is kind of like a visualization technique that helps us focus. So I want you to look at an object. It can be anything. It can be something of interest. It can just be a tree. And I want you to look at it and stare at it for just a few moments with your eyes open, and then close your eyes. And I want you to hold the image in your head as long as you can until it like dissipates or changes images or whatever happens. Okay, I want you to continue to do that. If you see a bird that you've never seen before, or you just see a water tower and you want to close your eyes and hold on to that water tower as long as you can. These are great visualization techniques that you can use that will help to increase your ability to focus and increase your ability to meditate and visualize, hopefully in the future. Okay, so I hope that these techniques will help you kind of slow down and be a little bit more mindful of the activities that you're doing and whether or not your heart is truly in it. Okay, thank you so much for following. I do appreciate it, and I hope to work with you in the future. Thank you.